Hi, I'm Jennifer Lepore, Online Education Manager for ArtistsNetwork, and I have with me here today Joyce Faulknor and Guy Magallanes. We've been here in the studio for a few days. We've been shooting 3 different watercolor videos. One is on vibrant color techniques, another one is on beautiful vibrant orchid, and the third is on water lilies. So I wanted everybody to get a chance to know you a little better, like we've been able to do so here. So one thing, I know that you've been working together for a while. How did you find each other?
Well, I'll tell you what, I started painting and I had seen a magazine with Joyce's paintings on the cover, and a family friend told me about this place in Redwood City. So it was an art studio, an art...
It's studios, yeah.
Yeah, an art center. So I went to go and see if I could get a studio or talk to some artists. And I got there and I saw her work all over the window and I thought, oh my goodness. Yeah. So, and I had just seen her work, so went inside and come in to meet her and everything. And she was on the phone talking and talking and talking. So she had her assistant there, Gabby. And so I went ahead and I said, is that her? And she said, yeah. And I go, can I talk to her? Because she's on the phone. And she goes, sure. So I'm flipping through things, waiting and waiting. And then she finally got off the phone.
But meanwhile, a few days prior to that, in our town, we have the county fair. And a lot of the artists put their artwork in. And it's pretty competitive. And so I put my paintings into the old art fair, and in the studio space in the art center, it's there's no ceilings, so you can hear everything that goes on. Mm-hmm. And I'm waiting for my letter or my call saying I got a ribbon, right? No letter, no call. And then they all started talking about this man who painted these koi, and he got the best to show, and on and on and on and on. And I'm going, oh, but my letter should show up with at least a ribbon, right? And then I'm thinking, maybe honorable mention? Nothing. Then Guy came in and we talked back and forth, and I said, are you a watercolorist? And he said,
and I said, yes. And I've just been painting and started entering competition. And she said, well, do you have a card? And I painted a wonderful little floral of some roses, so I handed her the card. And she said, oh, is that what you do, florals? And I said,
yeah.
Well, yeah, I also paint animals. And I did a koi painting at the fair. Mm-hmm. And she hit me.
No, he said, no.
Hard.
Then he said, best to show. And I went, you're the one.
See? Like that.
Best to show. And I go, everybody's talking about you. You are the talk of the town.
And tears just busted out of my face.
Laughter or cry?
Oh, crying.
Yeah,
oh,
and he
goodness.
did. He got all teary-eyed, and I said, no, everyone's talking about you. So it was funny how we met the same way, the way we paint. It's like we both have these ideas, and they meet in the middle. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, very simpatico.
That is. And how did you find out from there that you could actually teach together, that your work would complement each other in such a wonderful way?
I started stalking him.
Oh.
No, she really did.
I did.
She said, you should have, I was painting in my garage, so I had all the space I needed. I could lift up the door and,
Perfectly happy.
Yeah, you could paint after
Yeah.
dinner, you could paint at night, whenever. She said, you need to be here. You should get a studio. And so, and that's what happened.
Okay.
Yeah.
Took a while, but...
And then I was working on my book on the studying crystal and glass, and he would come downstairs after he moved in, and there would be little areas that I needed to tweak with, to scrub out a spot of paint, and Guy goes, I'll show you how to do that. Because I did not like the idea of scrubbing.
Right.
And he goes, watch, I'll show you. And he would come downstairs, and as he was applying the technique, he would be talking through it. And I went, you're a natural born teacher. You should be teaching. You should be doing workshops. He goes, that's in my 5-year plan.
Right.
5 years from now.
Right. I just really started, I've always painted, but it was like I had just made the jump into saying, this is what I'm going to do. This is my intention. I'm now going to be a painter. And here I am, you know, all of a sudden painting in my garage, just starting to enter competition again, and moving into an art center, having my own gallery, studio.
Yes, and I said, oh, you should put your paintings in the front window here. And he's like, you know, a poor man, he had this 5-year plan, and I just sped it up in a few months. I said, we can make this happen. Then we went in halves on the overhead mirror.
Went in halves on the overhead mirror.
Commitment.
Then we were tied
for life.
together.
Yeah.
I'd have to buy him out.
Oh, no. You'd never do that.
No.
You work too well together.
Yeah.
So how do you maintain that balance? How do you, two different personalities, two different styles, do you ever get into it, or do you just kind of...
Yeah.
We get into it.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do get out a little.
Yeah.
Yeah. I splatter some paint on his
We have our moments.
Yeah, I'll take his clean brush and I'll put it in my palette, and there you go.
There's a whole lot of sense of play, number one, a lot of respect and admiration for each other, and we're just hard workers, and so it's something that I think we challenge each other also. To you want to be the best, you want to do the best, and that's it.
You know,
That's so
he
good.
puts up with me, because the poor man. I will drive to the studio and I'll come bouncing up the stairs and I'll say, I got an idea, and he's like, oh, and he takes a deep breath and he goes, okay, and he'll be patient and listen, hear me out. But sometimes it's like, Joyce, I have a workshop I'm preparing for.
Right, I need to focus here.
Do you mind if I go ahead with the plan?
And she always does.
And we set goals. I love
Absolutely.
setting goals, and
Right.
like-minded folks. I just love hanging out with Guy. It's such a pleasure.
That's such a great idea, because sometimes if you're by yourself, you might not know, like, are you going fast enough? Do you need to speed up in your process? What should I do next?
Right.
And am I even doing good? You have your own
Right.
personal coach with each other.
Exactly.
Because when I was starting to stretch my canvases, and there was a point, I said, I was getting frustrated because there was a few more ways I had to tweak it, and Guy goes, calm down. I said, I'm just going to put it under glossy. He goes, no.
I was shocked after all of the work and getting it prepared, and she was going to just get rid of it, toss it.
I think that's it. I don't think this is going to work. And he helped me through it, and varnishing, he walked me through that, and I owe him a lot for getting me past that little and that's what makes it wonderful, having
we get to play off of each other, and then I got to paint on that surface too. It was wonderful. It was a great experience. Yeah.
It's definitely different. Fun. So what have you most enjoyed over the years that you've spent teaching together?
I never thought that. It's just been a lot of fun. It's been a lot of hard work, but I've never had a feeling of, I trust myself, but I also trust somebody else, and that's incredible. So being able to go out and teach in front of people and to be able to share that with somebody else is amazing, and that we get a bounce off of each other. I think our energy is really good, and we have a ball together.
Yeah, and 2 summers ago, we decided to do team teaching workshops and introducing that into the workshop world. A lot of people were receptive to it, and some, no, that doesn't sound right. But we had a nice little run 2 summers ago, driving throughout the United States, 6 weeks in a car with him.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Get to know each other.
That was just last year.
I know. And it was fun. And it just goes to show that if you check your ego at the door, that you can bring twice the lesson to these students. And the amount of joy we saw at the end of each workshop. This one woman had tears in her eyes, and she wrote us the sweetest letters. She said, if I knew what you two were going to be painting, I would have never joined the workshop. She goes, but now I know how far my capability is.
Oh my gosh.
And it was just like,
there it is.
Because we pushed them. Yeah, we pushed them. And there was 2 separate images, 2 separate styles. Yeah.
all within 2.5 days.
Oh, wow.
So
Yeah.
each
2 and 8
image,
for
yeah.
each. Yeah.
To get a letter like that, you
Yeah.
know that
Yeah,
you
that's
affected
one
someone
of
so
many.
wonderful.
Yeah. So we really believe in the team teaching aspect of things, and we just hope it catches on.
I hope so.
Yeah.
And since you do have different techniques and styles, is there like a favorite technique that you've learned from one from the other that you now incorporate into your own work?
Absolutely. It's like I've always painted one color at a time, usually light to dark, but getting the darks in there, I love to have a mix of colors in there. So that's what I've got from Joyce. And also to have more of a sense of play with my painting also. So sometimes I could be very scientific or whatnot, and I see this one over here just talking to yourself, having fun, slapping this around, trying that. And, yeah. So a good sense of play and some really good, rich color blending.
And from Guy, I've learned, being a little bit more organized with your supplies and not just haphazardly throwing them in a drawer or something. That works really well for me. And also, oh man, we can pack a mean box to ship something.
Yes.
And yeah. And also in painting, those light values and that juicy, well-loaded brown brush, and as he pulls his brush stroke, it's like, it's just a thing of beauty, and I practice it. I do, yeah. Yeah, the light values, they have a place in my painting
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for being
Thank
here. It's
you.
been
Thank you,
wonderful. It's been
Jennifer.
such a great
Wonderful.
It's been an
experience.
incredible experience.
It has.
I'm glad
yeah.
you enjoyed it too, and
absolutely.
everybody else, I hope you enjoy as well.